What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Drementfh, and welcome to Thorium Gaming, and it's time to hop back into the Eternal Empire, our efforts to make the old world all underneath the banner of the Forces of Order, and get rid of everything else. So for the last little bit, we've been dealing with the orcs of the Bonerattlaz up in the mountains here, because they originally had come in and cut a swath through our territory, and we're just not having that. So we got two armies that are going up there. We're not making a lot of money because we just got Lord Lightdorf, who is one of the Elector Counts here with his pretty decent army. We're probably going to swap him out for one of our own custom generals here not too long from now. But right now, we need to go up and kill a lot of stuff up in the mountains to make sure that it works very well. Now, up in the north, we do have Krugenheim that we could take over. We might make a small lord to go do that from Wortbad. Not sure yet. And after we're done taking over the mountains, we might go to war with the Wargrove of Woe, if we can do that. But we'll see. Up here, we've got Boris Todbringer, Emperor Karl Franz himself, and Static Lore, all ready to go in and deal with the forces of Nurgle that are here. We take out Brass Keep, and we're sitting pretty there. And then what we might do is send one of them off to come up and deal with Azazel's forces, and help Kislev out, because we really want to start getting them on our side. And then we're going to send the others back down to deal with the forces of the Barrow Legion down in the southwest. But let's start getting everything rolling for today. We're going to move... We're still getting chaos corruption here, aren't we? Yeah, pretty bad. It's going to go down to 41 on the next turn, so we may not want to do anything with them just yet. Does give them an extra turn to setting up. We're going to get scouting there. Let's go into his details, see if we can get him any equipment. I don't need a biting blade. He should never be in combat. But what does he got for ancillaries that we can put on him? An agitator, +1 control in the local province. Yeah, we'll take that. An entertainer, +2 control in the local province. So he's helping us with our control a lot. Hunter is an ambush success chance. We're not going to be ambushing a lot, so not a big deal. Casualties captured post-battle with a pit fighter. Let's go with a student to get our research up a little bit. And we got Grimaldus and we got Eduardo. So what I think we're going to do, let us pop the Emperor himself out, put him in a camp stance, and put him up in the forest here. And we should, in theory, be able to put Boris right next to him. And Static should be able to get right up and be in the same range. So we want to take on Brass Keep. And if we can isolate Lothar, and his two little henchmen, we can besiege the Brass Keep and really deal with it next turn.
Elspeth
now, our Lady Elspeth. We could go and take Oakhammer. Does it have a good... has a decent garrison, but we don't want him to get any more forces. And we have our Sunmaker. Now, we don't have a lot in the way of halberdiers, but we can swap out some greatswords for that later. What can we do with Lord Lightdorf? He's not got a huge range to him. I think maybe we'll send Lightdorf around the Carrick here and send Elspeth up into the mountains, or do we want to pull her back to deal with other things? I think we'll keep him going to the mountains, but for right now, he's just going to come up and help us at Zufbar. And let's take Oakenhammer. Saying it's going to be a decisive victory, but let's get in there and fight it ourselves and see how that works out. Should be a fun little fight here. Now, by fun, I mean our artillery crews are going to have fun, and the orcs and goblins, not so much. Especially since we got like a nice little hill here that we can just set up on and rain death down on them from a distance. We just got to protect that Hellstorm rocket battery because, yeah, we don't want it to go anywhere. And we need to get more of those Amethyst Ironsides. Eventually, I'd love to swap out all the halberdiers in here for greatswords and get Elspeth's army really going on, but we haven't had a chance to build up our structures as well as I'd like, but we can keep going. Start sending money back to the homeland in the central areas and start getting the really cool stuff, especially out of Nuln. Be able to make more great master engineers. That's the words I'm looking for. Master engineers, and send them in and have a bunch of stuff. We also need some more wizards of every variety. But that's going to be something coming up. So let's just group these guys up. Group those guys up and make sure their skirmish is off. Group up our Hochland long gunners. Same idea.
Great cannon! Great swords!
So we sit like this. Set up in the middle here. And we want to take our engineer's skirmish up. Put him there.
Elspeth,
Keep forgetting his name. Theodore Bruckner, that's it. Now we want our cannons up here. Hellstorms. Oh, Hellstorm rocket battery there. With our engineer in the center. And our Hochland long gunners. Let's just put them up here, spread out. That should give us a fair bit of range.
the Dark Lady.
We're going to take Elspeth.
I perceive amethyst vapors in the air. Let us ensure Shaiish blows in our favor.
Don't have to worry too much. They've only got one set of archers, and we're probably going to drop spell on it. Just drop it right in the middle of those 4 units if we can.
By the amethyst wind. Shadows at my call.
And let's just actually move our forces up a little bit. Get them in shooting range. And we don't want to move our artillery up too much, but we do want to move them up a little bit.
Mage of death.
Okay, that unit just got devastated.
Doom take thee.
Keep forgetting they do actually have a boss that I should be using Spirit Leech on, but and their arms, or their orc boys and their goblins just ran right into that purple sun. And their leader is where? Can't see him right now.
Into the winds. All winds more in time. Onwards in Carmine.
There he is. But we don't have the magic right now to actually deal with him.
To the skies! Shadows at my call. Spread your wings.
Let's toss down a breath there.
As Luna fell, I call doom upon them.
Did we just get a free use of our Coruscating Blast? I think we did.
Doom take thee. Into the wind.
Alright, with our artillery doing its thing, drop another spell there and let her do some more damage as her dragon. Go down and slaughter some goblins with a dragon. Shouldn't be too difficult. And these guys should be coming into range of our artillery right now.
Shadows at my call.
Yes, charge up the hill against the big nasty guns.
Theodore Bruckner. Sigmar favors me. Strength of arms.
Alright, she's pretty much dealt with those goblins.
Bruckner.
Alright, and that's the victory here. You don't need to do much more. And then we can make Lord Lightdorf march to get here quicker. If we can take a lot of the dwarven areas, maybe we can trade some of them back to the dwarves and get ourselves a little bit of reputation with them. Elspeth did most of the damage there, which, not surprising. Out of the 505 we killed, she killed 322, so that's damn good. Cannons did okay, Hellblaster, Rocket Battery, not so much this time. But our Greatswords and our Amethyst Ironsides managed to kill some too, so that's not too bad. We lost 13 soldiers. I'm not going to cry over that, not since it's the Empire and, you know, conscripts are a thing.
Raise our standards here. Elspeth.
And that's more money coming in, and we gained a little bit of cash on it. Elspeth did gain a level. And we can get brass lungs, but I'm not sure about that. Artillery Master. Rank 7 above for all of that. Ammunition, missile strength, and reload time reduction. Strength of leadership. That's our great swords and everything. Taste for battle is all of our cavalry. She's going to have infantry and artillery and a lot of these guys too. So sharpshooter might be a good idea. We've got Imperial Gunnery, and we've got Honest Steel. So great swords, might have to take 3 points in here. Let's get the Artillery Master for right now, because that'll help out the Regiment of Renowned Hellblaster Volley Gun.
Secrets. I
Which would be
must
good.
extract them.
To the provinces.
Lord Lightdorf, you're going to have to run. And Daniel Lebs, he's kind of holding here right now. Eventually, we're going to want to take on the Blackstone Post, but we're going to have our forces from the north come down for that. Now, we can't do much because we're not gaining a lot of coin per turn, so I think we're just going to skip that for now. We'll skip building upgrades. We want to build up a little bit of cash. What do we have for quick deals here, though? We don't want to do anything with the Followers of Nagash. The Wargrove of Woe, I kind of want to go to, like, get some peace treaties with them, so we can start dealing with other stuff. We've got dwarves on all sides. I think we're going to go and take care of all of Heinrich Kemmler's stuff and Crom the Paunch if we can, before we do anything else. So, let's see if we can get a trade deal with them. Take the money, because we're going to need it. And leave there. Let's military access, nothing there. Defensive alliances, almost up to the point where we can do it with Corone. We did make a treaty with the Barrow Legion. It's deteriorating to 67, but we can get that up in other ways. And again, no military alliances. Peace treaties, the Fecundites, Bonerattlaz, and Bone Axes, or Broken Axe. I don't even know where they are right now. Oh, that is Grom the Punch, so it's all in here. Yeah, we're gonna have to worry about that at some point, but they don't have any troops, so no outposts, no nothing like that. we will just let the other nations go and see how it works, and then try to get ourselves in a position where we can start going back
Bring
and
me
hammering the
lore and
undead.
lost wisdom, and I shall.
We are almost in a position where we can join that war, Zarina, Katarine. Not yet, but we're getting there. Once we're able to, maybe that's where Elspeth will go after we are done dealing with the orcs in the mountains. Because we want to take Zufbar on, but we don't really want to do it without Marius Lightdorf and Elspeth going in together. So one of the nations got destroyed. Okay, we can improve the omens for 1500. Let's risk more Sleeve's Wrath. We need the money right now. Their Wa fails. The Redworm tribe was destroyed. Ulrich Kusterman is ready. More Sleeve for the Moot. Yep, that's pretty typical.
The Empire.
Alright, so now we gotta decide who wants to hit where with what.
Sheesh.
Chant, Voidspawn, and Lothar are both out there. So what I think we're gonna do, who has the best artillery
I
here?
command here. So.
Okay, so Boris Todbringer, he's got the best artillery. We'll get him to siege Brasskeep. And we will get him to continue the siege,
for the best.
which is fine.
Pioneer
Static
of
lore.
progress.
We're gonna get you to move up to within
Onwards,
range.
There is much to do.
And
In
Karl
the name of
Franz,
Magnus.
go after Chant Voidspawn. It's going to be a decisive victory. They'll arrive in a minute 21. We have some artillery, so we can do some shooting. But we're going to fight this out and see how much damage we can do to Chant Voidspawn and his army. And then both these armies will come in and help us out. Now, are the Rotting Riders actually in here? Yes, they are. Special Knights Fallen to Nurgle on Beasts of Nurgle. They're basically like corrupted cows, and it sucks. Oh, we get our other army in here too. But if we set up and rain down some death on them, I'm not so worried about the hounds. They'll die pretty quick. I'm not worried about the marauders. I'm worried about the chosen. I'm worried about the warriors with great weapons. Chosen with great weapons, and I'm worried about those rotting riders. Furies are inconsequential. We'll have to set up in a position probably around here so we can shoot, and we'll have one set of reinforcements in the second set. We can link up along this axis here and just set up and be good for it. Alright, we'll put our halberdiers at either end of that group.
Our weapons are yours. This is my command.
I think we had the right idea for that. We'll set our normal gunners there. We'll set our Reichsguard up here so they can charge there. Hammer of Heretics we're going to set up in a position where it can shoot right away. Our Amethyst Wizard the same with our Engineer, and Franz will be up there. Oh, there's not a lot of room to set them up in there. I think that's how we'll have to set it up, and we'll have our knights get ready to charge in from the flanks. And we'll start our deployment, and we will start the battle.
I will not stand idle.
And we are okay to wait until our reinforcements come in if you're just going to sit there. So we'll wait for our reinforcements. I don't think they're going to let us. Okay, they're probably going to stutter a little bit. Boris's army is coming in from one flank. We have a bunch of artillery from the other. Okay, let's see what we got here. So let's go over to Boris's army. You're a group. You're a group. Turn your skirmish off. You're a group. Okay, he's got... Ooh, we got knights there as well. We have a bunch of artillery up here. So we're on 5. Where are they going? So let's set them up there. That means our 6th group is going to set up behind. Our 7th, we're going to try and set up here. Our artillery, we'll try to set up behind them. We'll get Boris up front. We'll get our captain there. We will take our Witch Hunter skirmish off and put him in the wizard in the center. And we'll have Karl Franz there. Now the question is, can we link these up like so? I think we might be able to. See, our knights we can just tuck in to pull off on the flank. They're probably just going to have to do the flank anyway. And in another 4 seconds, we're going to have a bunch more reinforcements coming in anyway. We want our 2 armies to link up. Get set. Use the cavalry on the flanks. And get our artillery in a place where it can start firing. Now we're not going to get the full army from this side, because we are still waiting for more space in the army. But our master engineer can get in here. He can ride up and help, as well as our captain. We have some dwarven units. They can come up front here, along with these spears and halberds. They can just come in.
Reichsguard Knights! I am a pyromancer!
Send the burning skull that way.
The winds glow hot. Death's foreseen. Armed with knowledge. The Empire endures. Moving now. For the Emperor. Burn everything. The Empire endures. Sigma. For Heldenhammer! Ulrich's wrath on them! Prepare for combat! Death comes. Quietus.
Alright, we're looking pretty good.
Master Engineer! Duty calls! Reichsguard Knights! For Heldenhammer! No lingering! Ready! Taking that position! We are Sigmar's heirs!
I don't see this being a problem. A lot of their units are already retreating.
We serve friends!
Yeah, those Empire Knights got beat up a little bit.
Battle! For the Emperor!
A decisive victory will take it. And if we have to engage them one more time, we engage them one more time. But that took over half of them out. A lot of their units are destroyed. I don't know if they have a place to retreat to, because they did try to fight us here. Now, Franz's regular knights kind of got screwed up, but not a big deal overall. We can deal with that pretty handily. Let them recover. or simply reduce them to having no active territories. Nothing in here really got... Oh, those Hawkland Long Gunners got some good kills. We want the army replenishment. Okay, it looks like we did eliminate that army, which is good for us. Let's do some leveling up first. I would like to get something other than Spirit Leech for this wizard, but is what it is. We'll get Aspect of the Dread Knight for right now. Grimaldus Schreiber is going to get hard to hit because we're going to level him up again. Our Witch Hunter is going to get Cleanse Corruption because he's going into a place where a lot of corruption exists.
Engineer.
Daniel Frankenwerter is going to get Foe Seeker because we want that on him. Our engineer over here with Elspeth is going to get Bandolier this time, or Master of Ballistics. Yeah, let's go Master of Ballistics for this round. Is anyone else leveled up? This engineer here, Piercing Shots, which is definitely good. Sitting pretty there. Now, if we take this and go up against the Brass Keep, should be a decisive victory. But we're going to let our artillery do a lot of the work. Now, Boris's army has a Razor Standard and a Steel Standard. We're going to give the Steel Standard to the Knights of the Black Rose. And armor-piercing damage is going to go to one of our Halberd units, which will be fine. Static Lure will arrive in a minute 47 and a minute 30 on Franz. So let's fight the battle and see if we can just decimate the forces of Nurgle before they can do anything at all. And if we can take them out here and eliminate them completely, all we got to do is get rid of the Nurgle corruption, and then we can send Boris and Emperor Franz back to the southwest and deal with the undead there with Daniel Lebs. And then we can take Static Lore, meet up with Elspeth, and use their combined artillery to either take on the Wargrove of Woe or slide past them and start dealing with the Slaneshi cultists and helping out our friends in Kislev. And I think we're going to set up here to allow our reinforcements to automatically come in. We just have to destroy as much of the enemy's forces as possible to make life a little bit simpler. And honestly, they have nothing that I'm really too worried about. The forces of Chaos on the defensive in siege battles are very, very, very poor, all things considered. They just don't have a lot of ranged weaponry aside from like their Chaos Cannons. That's what I'm thinking of. Hell Cannons. Alright, so yes, we're definitely going to want to shift because I don't want to delay our reinforcements getting in here. So we're going to go here. There's a fair number of towers, but we can deal with that. So let's get our Halberdiers, our Gunners, our Knights, which we will keep back until we need them, our Dwarvish Cannons, which we'll put here, our Mortars, which we will put here, Boris there, our Captain up front, Witch Hunter here, and we're going to turn his skirmish off, and our Bright Wizard can go up front. We're going to channel magic to see if we can get a little bit more of the wins. Unfortunately, not this time. So we're going to start the battle, let everything load in, and then we are going to take care of these towers if we can. I'll let them fire at will. And we're going to bump our wizard up. We can drop a... Oh, he doesn't have enough for this torch spell. Use Boris to kind of take care of some of the enemies shooting keep our cannons safe.
For the Empire! The Empire endures! To battle!
Alright, so tower's been destroyed.
Cannon!
This can now go after that fort tower.
Yes! The clans unite! Cannon!
You know what, let's just focus fire it for right now. Get those down while we wait on our reinforcements. Incoming reinforcements.
Stock!
Alright, let's just pause real quick because we've got more coming in. A lot more coming in. You guys can just come and sit here and be spares. You, and you. Come up here and be more gunners. This whole section of heroes can just come in. Should be fine. I was kind of hoping more of the artillery we got on the scene, but... No. Do you have... Yes, you have replenished, so I want you to get over here with the war machines.
The Empire endures! Ready for war! For the High King! For Heldenhammer! Go! Burn everything! At speed!
We knock down the towers and start getting the ammunition replenished on our war machines.
Quick march!
I think we're just going to speed this up because nothing's really going to happen until we're on the offensive. I just want to destroy those towers. Possibly the walls. Alright, that's not bad. Almost all of our troops are marching in. What we're going to do is we're going to take our infantry now, and we're going to advance while staying out of cannon range. So let's actually shorten these up a little bit. Bring our gunners up closer to the walls. Our mages into the center here. Keep you over near the artillery with the master engineer. Get you guys to come up and kind of lead the charge in the center. Have you advance as reserve forces. Same with you. Lots of troops moving up, which is fine. Replenish one of our mortars. Now it's just a matter of decimating their troops while we sit behind with our artillery. Let's use our cannons to break down the gatehouse. Probably be the best way to do this. And it's really just a matter of sitting there, waiting for all the bad guys to die. While simultaneously getting a lot of experience for our pyromancer. Not a very exciting battle overall because we're not actually crashing the walls or anything. Yeah, all of our artillery was left out. Oh, there's a shot at us against some of our troops. Okay, let's reposition our cannons up here. Our mortars are almost out of ammunition, so we might retire them eventually here. Degroup all them. Put them into one singular group. And march everything up so it can all get within range. They can't have a whole lot left in reserve. And we can withdraw those because they do not have any ammunition left. Maybe we'll get some more reinforcements that can help us out. Alright. I think the time has come for us to start charging in and dealing with these personally. Where's Franz on there? You go after the Beast of Nurgle. Bring up our wizards in support. We'll charge our cavalry in to help out. Let's get Boris out of there before he gets hurt. Ooh, he got really screwed up. Hope we didn't lose a captain in there. Is there any way we can target the gatehouse? Doesn't really look like it. Our pyromancer right now could do a lot of damage right there. Alright, so let's take in some of our troops. see about dealing with everything on the inside there. Alright, France, if you can kill their leader, that would be great. With the enemy leader dead, their morale should start to plummet. Alright, we've almost taken care of the enemy's leadership. Basically turn everything into a rallying point inside. Well, their general dead. As long as we can break them and take them back, this should be fine. Chariots are pulling back. With our army sitting outside, this is an okay tactic. Still seeing stuff that is most assuredly not going to stop if we keep fighting, so... I think that's the morale boost. Yep. Decisive victory. We used up all of our ammunition on our mortars, which is fine, but we'll see how this works out. Not too many losses, though our characters got a little hurt. Wow, our Pyromancer did a ton of damage. 4,000 gold's worth of damage. Damn. Even our mortars didn't do that well. But that fight took us a little bit longer than I expected, so I think we're going to get at least a couple more turns in here before we do anything else. Start moving our forces into position to do other things. And we're going to occupy that. The Fecondites are gone. The enemies are killed in battle. One of Jet helps. Chaos Breaker. Imperial Pegasus, Barded Warhorse. Lots of experience. We've secured... Oh, we've actually completed our short victory. Which, yeah, we got a lot of heroes that we can start pumping out now. Boris Todbringer. Now we can get Drill Instructor, which locks out Imperial Training, Survival, and War Hero. Well, locks out this row. So it's either melee attack, melee defense, bonus versus infantry, replenishment rate, missile block chance, and wound recovery time. War Hero, hit points, immune to psychology, and heroic killing blow. Yeah, we're going to make him more effective on his own. We want the recovery for him, because that'll be great. That's him. Our Bright Wizard got 2 points. So we can get Earthing and another rank in Flamestorm, and that will allow us to get Greater Arcane Conduit.
Now,
Grimaldus can get sparring practice now. Now, Admired Man-at-Arms is new. It's melee cavalry, or Admired Infantryman. And it boosts all the infantry. We'll have to see that soon, but we'll get sparring practice. Our Witch Hunter still doing Cleanse Corruption. We can get Imperial Celebrant, Assassinate, Enemy Hero Success Chance, Enemy Hero Action Cost for Witch Hunters. That's not bad. We could also get Sigmar's Ward. Yeah, let's get Sigmar's Ward for right now, and then we'll do the next one. But we've taken over the Brass Keep, which means we can get a few things rolling here to make it worth our while to be up this way. We're not going to do anything else there because we want to get our money flowing in. Alright, perfect. Bigger. Leader of Men. Electric count, straight troop capacity +1, aura size +50%. Yeah, we're going to take Leader of Men for Franz. His Amethyst Wizard can get Evasion finally, and can get the Purple Sun of Xerxes, which we all know and love. And then our Engineer can get increased mobility to make Franz's movements even better.
I command here. Sigmar compels
They're not going to stay up
My
this way.
inventions serve the Empire.
And, ooh, yeah, we still got one more here, so let's get, we got a couple more. We leveled up pretty good. Static Lore.
Pioneer of progress.
We're going to get Survivalist for right now. We're going to get Piercing Shots, and then his next levels are going to be better. And his Captain, we'll get Training to increase his troops, and Sparring Practice, so we can do all that.
For the Empire.
With the Fecundines taken care of, that's not bad overall. We could... What are we going to use Brass Keep for? That's the real question. Yeah, we'll just leave Brass Keep as is right now. Our Garrison Lord in Elspeth is ready to move. So let's see where Marius Lightdorf can pull him along. And Elspeth von Draken. We might be able to get in and just take Zufbar, which would be nice. Then we can just send him up and do everything else. We're getting a decisive victory here. But I think we're going to continue the siege. We might as well grab some siege towers, and we'll wait for our reinforcements to get here. Our Garrison Lord over here. Well, considering that the next thing we're going to go after is, in fact, Heinrich Himmler, we're going to want this, and we've got an enemy army on the doorstep. So let's go in. What do we get for state troops? We can't do anything for the state troops. But we can increase that by 1, and I think archers are still 1. Yes, they are. So we'll get Lebs some extra troops coming in.
Sigmarite Arch-Lector.
Commandments are available. We can get our growth one going here. And we're going to take a look at Nuln while we're doing all this. We need 5 growth points to get Nuln up to where it needs to be. Let's put that in there right now. Get the extra growth on that. And we could start getting some more stuff. The Nuln Cannon Foundry would be great. Now, that's what we're going to be going for next, I think. We can go in here. I think we've got enough to go to our Amethyst Armory and get another unit of Ironsides available, which will help, because we need at least 3 units of Amethyst Ironsides available to us. We do have an outpost available, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to go over to Elspeth, and we should be able to get an Amethyst unit in here. There we go, another set of Amethyst Ironsides. We can eventually get rid of the regular Nuln Ironsides for the Amethyst ones. But I want to have the ability to get Marius and his troops in there first. We'll let the other nations go, and we'll give it a little bit more time, because I don't want to just do a whole bunch of fighting this week and do nothing else. Love to get some of our other forces into place. If we can take Zufbar and start pushing up into the mountains, that would be brilliant. Crooked Moon's still kind of hurting our dwarvish friends, which is no good.
Wissenland can wait.
We can't join that war quite yet, but we will be joining it soon. Clan Rictus is gone. The Broken Axe are gone. Boris Todbringer got Constructor. The Northern Provinces has taken the crown, and that's not good. We got a ferryman there. Alright, so let's move Marius Lightdorf.
Pick up the
Quick
pace.
march, as quick as we can.
For Nome, for the Empire.
Now, I haven't seen an army as Azag himself, so I was just kind of curious where their armies were at in general. Alright, let's go up to the Brass Keep. Now, static lore, we might swing you up and start having you attack. Oh, no, he's been pushed back. Let's send you back down and see if we can get you situated a little bit better.
A land ship would be quicker. What?
Boris Todbringer,
Yes, a sound plan.
we're going to march
Yes,
you
my
as
lord.
quickly as we
Who
can.
calls?
Magical reserves there.
In the name of Magnus.
We're going to send you with Boris, and we're going to head back down towards the bad guys all the way down south. That's not what I want to do. I want to save up our money for right now. Our garrison
True
lord hasn't
servant
moved.
of Sigmar.
I don't really want to do anything with Lebs yet. And we have some buildings and outposts upgraded, so let's let the other nations go. We'll swing our two main forces up north back down. And then by then, we should have the ability to just go to war with the undead and not have to deal with the
Your very presence here
Penalties.
is a dance.
for attacking them within the 10 turns. Is that Vlad von Karstein himself? Looks like there's been some battles going on up here. Marienburg is under our allies' control. So let's actually look at what we can do for alliances and everything. Corone could get a defensive alliance. Oops, that's not what I want. Misclicks! Gotta love misclicks. Defensive alliance, we'll go to Corone, we'll discuss it, and we will do that.
I'm with you.
It's only -1 for a military alliance. Oh, it would cost too much. How much gold do we have? Yeah. Too much to get them on our side right now. Which kind of sucks. They're still dealing with Bellicor himself. Where are Nuln cannon foundries? Can't quite afford them just yet.
What does the Emperor bid?
Alright, Boris Todbringer,
Step to
pull
it.
you there.
The Empire.
And as soon as you're in place, we'll get Franz to come down with you. Your two armies are going to stay together for the next
On
little bit,
march.
and we're going to take care of probably most of the undead. Heinrich Kemmler is probably out of commission right now. If we can take those places, we can definitely swing around and either deal with Clan Scryer or something else.
Bring them death.
This will bolster the nation. Onwards.
Alright, that should put you in
Bring
range to help
darkness
out
upon our
our Lady Elspeth. Full plate armor on him.
Send these spirits.
Marius Lightdorf is coming in as reinforcements. They're all hurt a little bit. Yeah, let's end on a very high note of taking care of Zufbar. Then we can send either Elspeth to deal with Azag the Slaughterer and send Marius up into the mountains, which I think is probably the best way to do this. And I want to come in on the same side as our reinforcements here, which would be really, really, really nice. Of course, it's on the opposite side. So we're going to come in on this corner because I don't want to move our reinforcements and give them a longer time before they can get anywhere. So we're just going to storm through, deal with whatever we can here. They only have 4 sets of ranged units. Their trolls are bad, but I can deal with them with Elspeth. This should be an easy enough fight. It really should. We've got 3 different sets of gunners. We've got some great swords. And we can swap out our seemingly more veteran halberdiers for some great swords from Marius Lightdorf after this, and then combine those together and make Elspeth even stronger. We don't actually need the siege equipment, so
Ready to fire! Great cannon!
alright. So let's go all the way over to the other side and get set up, because this is technically a dwarven stronghold. Alright, set up our infantry. You guys can go there. I don't want our Hawkland long gunners like that. Set them there. Our cannons can set up here with our Hellstorm rocket battery. Our engineer in the middle.
Sighted and ready.
Spread your wings.
Now, a lot of our archers, or our gunners, are still out of range, so I think we're going to step forward with our infantry and get our gunners more in range. Keep Bruckner with them, and let Elspeth do some damage with her dragon. Ooh, those orc arrow boys just got nailed by...
As Buna fell, I called doom upon them. Doom, take thee!
Theodore Bruckner.
Still not quite in range. So let's march you guys all up. And our Hawkland long gunners are kind of at the edge of their range, so let's bump you guys up a little bit more too. And in a minute we'll have reinforcements that doesn't really have any artillery, but that's fine. We'll just speed it up, let our ranged troops do their thing. And reinforcements have arrived. So Marius, you and your cohort can come down the middle here. And your infantry can kind of just saddle up there, while your archers can just get in range and start shooting. Right, our little buddy here has the flaming skull. I keep forgetting that he has that. Essentially, if it comes up on the walls, they're kind of done. Let's actually just advance our artillery up a little bit. And let's just charge in. The troops are kind of expendable at this point.
Face the jaws of death!
And that takes care of Zufbar. For 127 soldiers, killed a fair amount, but we captured this entire region. Elspeth might level up off this. Keep forgetting about Bruckner, getting him into battle. The gunners did pretty decent. Well, the Hochland long rifles did anyway. Might do a Hochland themed army. Get a soldier out there. A decent mage, maybe light. Some Hochland long gunners, some artillery. And we're gonna occupy Zufbar. He got Orc's Bane, which is nice. Royal Altor Griffites. Demigriff Knights, that's really awesome. We secured Blackwater, so
Elspeth von
growth
Drycha.
right now, because we need the growth here. 3 turns, and we could upgrade it to a town. We're gonna sit there and do that. Now Marius, no, that's cancel that. We want Marius's army.
The pace.
And we want 3 units of those for 3 units of halberdiers to swap. To make Elspeth's army a lot more deadly. Marius yourself. Let's get you Scarred Veteran, because you're going to need it. And your captain is Mr. Zintla. Can get full plate armor, because he's going to need that. Now, with you having all of that, you should be able to take on Grand Peak and all of the things up here easy enough. And Elspeth, you are now level 30. I love the fact that her Purple Sun of Xerxes is great. Don't need stand your ground. It's basically just a morale thing. Let's get Sharpshooter. Then we can start worrying about like Iron Disciplinarian and all that sort of stuff after a while. And her Engineer.
Guardian.
Missile strength plus 3% for the hero's army per level. Wow, that is awesome. Gonna have to do that. She's gonna come down and deal with Azak himself. Now, Lebs, you haven't moved yet, but we don't need you to move, and we're gonna send Static Lore
Master Engineer.
over to Wolfenburg, maybe? No, you're gonna come down and you're gonna help Elspeth. That's what we want you to do. You're gonna send you to Krugenheim. A fair bit of money, and we do have the ability now to get the first known landmark. And then after that, we are going to upgrade our stables to get access to trained Demigriff Knights on our own. It's going to be good. We have some scripts, but we don't need all that. Lebs, you're not important. We'll just let the other nations go so we can start fresh on the next turn. I know this episode's run a little bit long, but what can I say? I am kind of enjoying this. It's nice to get back and game a little bit. My wife and I do play some Minecraft and some other games, but it's nice to play some more complex ones. We can't join that war yet. It's not in our best interests. About turn 60, and we're down to almost double digits for factions in there. Now, the fort's been gone. So we got Supervisor, Grievous, their Wa failed, Outpost construction's been done. Refined schematics, upkeep for artillery units, missile strength for artillery units. Yes, we will take both of those. So I think the only thing we're going to do here is we're going to... So tempted. Our cavalry's not doing too well right now. Let's actually just grab some cavalry armor.
What are we if we do not
But I think that's what we're going to call it for
advance?
this week, guys. If you liked the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, join me in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.